So now that we have created now that we have created now that we have created our wallets, we've created our Terra wallet, we've created our MetaMask, and you all know how to you know to download the Exodus wallet. For those of us in the US, we know probably the same way we open the MetaMask is the same way, and also you can download the Coinbase extension for Chrome too. Okay, so now we can move on to the next um, slide, which is setting up your centralized exchanges. So what is a centralized exchange? I'm sure we all know Binance, and I'm going to open up Binance now. I'm going to open up Binance now. Binance. Okay. So there's, for those of us in the US, we have Binance, um, uh, Binance.us, but for other parts of the world, Binance.com. So basically, so Binance is I want you to see Binance as a marketplace. I don't want you to see it as a place where you store your money. Because I ask so many people in their journeys, they tell me, oh, my bits, I kept my Bitcoin on my Binance, I kept my Ethereum on my Binance, and something happened recent on I saw it on Twitter today on my timeline. Someone was trying to access his Binance, and I think for some reason it could not, because Binance, okay, it said it's breaking. Can you guys hear me clearly? Please type a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. So it's not your network from your end. Okay, so I think it's your network from your end. Everyone can hear me. And please, are we following? Are we getting it? Are we getting value? Okay, so please indicate. Yeah. Okay. Go. Fine. Now, having set up our wallets, our hot wallets. Now, I want you to see centralized exchanges as a marketplace. I don't want to see it as a storage. I don't want to see it as a place where you keep your money. Fine, you can have some money, probably USDT, probably you want to buy an asset, but I don't want to see it as keeping your assets for long term, or basically, just keeping your just let me, I'm keeping my assets on Binance. I was sharing a story of someone I saw on I saw the story on my timeline. He was trying to access his Binance, and then for some reason Binance had suspended his account. So for some reason he could not get into his wallet, to get into Binance to withdraw his money, basically. So these are the things we these are the disadvantages of keeping your money on centralized exchanges, because it is controlled by a body, and being controlled by a body, it is susceptible to attacks, or maintenance issues. Let me give you an instance. For instance, I'm holding a position on Bitcoin, and then while doing my research, I I found out that there's a big news coming up, and this news is going to affect the price of Bitcoin. It's going to make Bitcoin dump, the price of Bitcoin dip. As an enthusiast, what is the reasonable thing for me to do is to go and take and get out of my position in Bitcoin, and probably exchange my Bitcoin to a stable coin, or just to withdraw my Bitcoin essentially. But let's say immediately I saw the news, I tried to get into an exchange like Binance, and then at that same point in time, Binance decides to maintain their servers, meaning that no one in the world can log into Binance at that point in time. So meaning there is no way you will be able to access your Bitcoin, and then the news would happen, and then the price of Bitcoin will dip, and then your money will still be locked in Binance, and then that is your value of Bitcoin in your wallet, in your Binance space, would go down, and then you lose money. So these are the disadvantages. This is why, as a crypto enthusiast, you do not lock up your money. You do not keep your money on centralized exchanges. So I want you to see it as a marketplace. Then I want you to see your hot wallet as your literal wallet. So say I want to buy Bitcoin now. Okay, I have money in my wallet. So I have USDT in my hot wallet, basically. So what do? I send in USDT from my MetaMask, or probably from my Exodus, to Binance. Okay, I send it to Binance, which is my marketplace, meaning that I'm coming to the market to buy Bitcoin. And after doing that, I buy Bitcoin essentially. What do? I take my Bitcoin and put it back into my wallet, into my private wallets, not leaving it on Binance, not leaving it on Kraken, not leaving it on crypto.com. So basically, yeah, we are going to be using Binance as our marketplace. So if you are going to buy any assets, probably from the and in the DeFi world, in the DeFi space, in decentralized finance, we also have decentralized exchanges where we can also buy um, other assets. But for now, for those of us coming to the crypto space, we are going to be transitioning our fiat currencies. For those of us holding, trying to get into the crypto space, basically, we're going to be talking about how to move our fiat currencies, our naira, our dollars, into crypto assets, basically. So we are going to be making use of the P2P, which later in this discourse I'm going to show you how we are going to do that. For those newbies, basically, for those of us who have been in the space for a long time now or for a while now, we all know how to take our money from naira, from dollars, from euros into Binance and exchanging for USDT or for BTC, basically, for any other assets, basically. And if you have not done it before, I'm going to show you in the course of this period of this presentation. So basically, this is Binance, and this is where we trade, we exchange. Yeah, you can make trades on exchanges like this. You can sell, you can buy, you can leverage trading, futures trading. Don't worry, we are in this you're on the Telegram group. We are going to be having more meetings like this. We'll talk about those things. But for now, I just want to introduce us to Binance, and you can set up. Okay, I think it's logged in for me. Okay, so guys, guess what? This is my if you can see my cursor. So if you're coming in, guess what is signed up here? You can see this at protonmail.com. So when I was opening my Binance, I used my Proton email. So you guys, if you're signing up from some of these exchanges, guess the email you are going to be using. Proton Mail. Yeah, Proton Mail. Okay. Yeah, someone's asking if I'm recording this. Yeah, sure, I'm recording this. So the recording of this class will be uploaded somewhere. I won't tell you yet, so that you will not leave the meeting. Okay. So basically, you can see, guys, I'm showing you my Binance is logged in, and guess what is written up here? I'm signed in um with my Proton email. Okay, so this Proton email is not just for you for decoration. It is the email you will be using to set up some of these accounts that you'll be using in your crypto journey, basically. So there are so many, yes. Same thing for Kraken, same thing for crypto.com, same thing for Hotbits, basically. So these are centralized exchanges that you might be needing in the future, basically. So I want you to take note of that. But although Binance is the largest centralized exchange in the world, so technically there is no assets you'll be looking for on Binance that you wouldn't get. And if you can't find it, guess what? You already have three other centralized exchanges you can search for. We have Kraken, we have Kraken, we have Hotbits, and we have Crypto.com. So we all have these centralized exchanges. And please don't forget, guys, do not store your assets on these exchanges. Please. Yes, someone is asking. So it is preferred. Yes, put your money on it. If you do, it is not necessary you have to put it on MetaMask, but make sure whatever wallet you are transferring your assets to, you have the keys. What are those keys? Your seed phrases. Those are the keys you use to access your wallet. So any wallet that you're setting up and is not giving you anything like seed phrase, that is not a private wallet. It is basically a cold wallet that is susceptible to attack or anyone, basically. Okay. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me do a quick recap. I feel okay. Before we move to the next slide about doing your research, I'm going to show you guys how I do my research personally now. But I want to be sure you guys are followed from the point of the beginning till now. Okay. So if you understand if you understand all the way from the beginning, setting up your Proton email to the part of signing up for on centralized exchanges, please type a 3 in the chat if you've been following up till this point. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, cool. 3 3 3 3. Okay, good. I like this. Cool. So everyone is following. Yeah. So please, if you have questions, please you can hold to the end of the class. Don't worry, I'll be answering all your questions. I'll take time to answer all your questions at the end of the class. So just write it down. Cool. So good. Everyone understands why we need to get a secure email like Proton Mail, and everyone knows why we are using hot wallet instead of storing our money on centralized exchanges. Very cool. Very cool. That's nice. Okay, so guys, we're moving on to the next part of the slide, which is doing